Every he always waiting for me to start. Hey everybody, let's get this. I guess we can skip the intro.
Yeah.
So we are here tonight. We have a great show for you tonight, and one of my longtime Facebook friends, filmmakers, Dwayne Hurt, will be on with us in just a little bit. But first, I'm your hostess, LaShawn Smith. This is LaShawn the Voicestress, and this is the Late Night Hire Show, and this is
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Deuce Terry, the co-host.
yes. And
I got
again,
the wrong voice. I can talk regular. I'm not on the radio.
yeah.
All right.
So we have a lot of stuff just going, and we've been running, and it's been an amazing journey so far. So we want to tell you about a lot of the adventures that we have going on. And the reason why we tell you about these things is because they're opportunities for you as our viewers, our friends, our family. There's not a whole lot that we do just for ourselves. We usually, anytime we do things, we usually try to incorporate our friends and family into what we have going on. So this is the opportunity for you all to not only support, but be a part of the adventure as well. So first thing we have going on, and you'll get to see a lot of the adventure. I'm going to play a quick clip, and then we'll explain what it is that we have going on. So first up is Where in the Carolinas. Tell them about Where in the Carolinas, Deuce.
Where the Carolinas is a travel/food blog where we go all over the Carolinas. We travel from state to state, but particularly we live in South Carolina, which is actually on the border of North Carolina in Lake Wiley, which is our current hometown. We come from Georgia, where Atlanta is a big foodie town. It's lots of different restaurants and places to go to check out. But we comparably compare Atlanta to Charlotte. So we decided to see what it's all about. So we started off in our first episode in York County, downtown in the square, one of the restaurants there. And what was the name of it?
SoCo Bar and Grill.
SoCo Bar and Grill. We on the weekend or on our days off in our spare time, we like to go travel downtown in Charlotte and check out many different other restaurants, bars, and entertainment life and nightlife as well. So what we do is pack up a camera, take a bag, backdrop, lights, whatever we may have available, and we go ahead and record our experience, whether it be good or bad, which led us into the Tipping Podcast. Tell them more about the Tipping Podcast.
Okay, so the Tipping Point podcast. The tipping
She looks so lovely, don't you agree?
The Tipping Point podcast is basically a podcast that talks about restaurant experiences. So you can always come in and chime in. And it's crazy that even right now, we just got finished discussing behind the scenes this whole fiasco that's going on with Keith Lee and him reviewing Candy Burris's restaurant. And now, like, he's having like all these death threats. Like, it's really not that serious. And I hope
You remember last year when the girls was dancing on the table and the manager came out and he's like, "Hey, y'all can't be doing that," and that went viral too.
Nope, I don't remember that.
Oh, okay, all right, never mind. Oh, I saw. You remember?
I,
Dwayne saw. He was like,
but the thing about it is like it's correct. I didn't know that food reviewing could be so controversial.
"It can change everything."
There's another gentleman that does great food reviews and he goes everywhere. It's called The Hungry Man.
Right.
And he's awesome and he's come up under fire on some of his review posts as well. I've seen some that got kind of hectic with him, but we do it in a way we just do our opinion and we do it afterwards and we just do a nice little video and and we are going to tell
the service, the environment as far as the community. We do the whole rundown.
Yeah. And we hope not to encounter anything like that, but I mean if we do, then we just do. So we are going to talk about those experiences from Where in the Carolinas, and we also will invite the general public to chime in with their experiences at different restaurants. Doesn't have to be the same restaurant, because the reason why we came up with the Tipping Point podcast is because There's a lot of misnomers that go on in the restaurant industry,
Take your time.
and a lot of people are not aware of how the restaurant industry was built and whose backs it was built upon. And it was built upon, well, it was built upon the blacks of former slave black women, and there's a lot of history. People don't know why they call it the pink collar industry, because it's a woman dominated industry, but unfortunately legislation was put out to make sure the restaurateurs or the restaurant owners back in the day would be able to maintain their cash flow when the after the slaves were let free. So now we have to find a way to still get our money and not have to pay the slaves. So they came up with the pink collar industry and the legislation that made the tipping culture what it is today. So when a black waitress would be serving their customer, or even the shoe shiners, that's a part of the tipping culture too. The facilitator or the restaurant owner would still get paid the flat rate for their food, but the person who was serving was taking a 50-50 chance on whether they would get paid or not. And they left that tipping portion up to the patron to decide whether they would be nice enough to tip. So as a black former slave, or just a black woman who was working in the pink collar industry period, it was a gamble whether you went to work and got paid. You could only get paid from one person that whole day, because maybe it was something going on.
And that was before or during the Jim Crow era?
This is like when it first got into legislation. Now, originally, I was reading a little bit more. The tipping culture is a European concept, and then they brought it here. They were like, we got a way that you could still get the free service and still get your money. And so that's, yeah. So even still, it's still a predatory industry, because a lot of people don't understand that waitresses only get paid $2.19 an hour, and sometimes even less than that. When I was working as a waitress, I had to educate my customers and let them know that your tips are what makes my pay. Like, your tips make up the difference. So it's kind of like this book basically, it educates about that. And it's like, maybe you should look at tipping in a different manner, because there's no place that you can go get your food cooked for you and served to you, and then you still decide whether you want to pay for one part of the service. And black people have this thing where we look at tipping as an obligation, as a forced obligation, versus what it really is supposed to be. Like, you really doing what's right by the person that's serving you. So we strategically always try to find ways not to tip. And so the second book,
I was going to do a segue. I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay.
So particularly like you're saying, focusing on like the Jim Crow, or particularly with single black mothers who had 2 or 3 jobs or worked all day to support their family, right? Throughout the years in this particular industry, black people have grown to or evolved to feel as if they did all this work in the past and we don't have to tip y'all.
Right.
We like steer clear. I don't know how to describe it, but we know what service is all about. All y'all doing is bringing the food. We've been doing that for years.
Right.
We've been serving the table for years. We've been setting the table for years. We've been doing all the leg work. And baby, you ain't refill my drink number 2 times. I sat there 5 minutes and y'all didn't refill my drink. And it's become a known factor when, if you've been in the industry like I have or like we have, when black people come in the door, white people don't want to serve them. Or even black people don't want to serve the black people. They're coming there 12 deep.
Right.
It's some kind of event, grandma's birthday or something like that, and they've known to not tip.
Right.
Or have low tipping wages.
Right. So, and that's why, instead of educating the customers, the restaurateurs got together and said, well, we're going to impose a forced gratuity. And black people really don't like that. Like, I hear that all the time. Black people say, and white people say it too, I don't like to be forced to tip. Well, it's the lack of education that it's like, okay, well, tipping is not really something that's I mean, it is psychologically it's been made to be something that's a
You
choice.
can't make me
But
put no money.
right, but
Right.
really, if you read this book, you will understand that tipping, regardless of how bad the service is, it's really the right thing to do, because the industry was designed on predatory means so that the owners could benefit, but the people who serve got nothing. So it's up to us to educate ourselves. So even if you have, so the book even talks about, like, okay, so what if you get bad service? There's other ways around that. You can not tip that waitress. You can just go tip the cooks. You
Right.
could tip the host.
On the good steaks, I've done that.
Right. Yeah, you could, if you just had that bad a service, or, if your waitress was too flirty with your boyfriend or something and you feel some type of way about that, that's an educating point, but that's kind of more on the social side. But we're just talking about on the straight economical side. These two books, it's a two-part series, soon to be a three-part series. The third book is going to talk about how the tipping culture evolves with the DoorDash and all the new technology
Uber.
tipping, and the integrity that has been lost in that, because like you see all these videos of people eating your fries and they sipping on your damn drink in the in the mirror, in your fucking ring mirror and shit,
And
stuff
another
like
thing
that.
for me is that $2.13 or $2.19 rate has been that rate for
For that long.
decades.
Yes, yeah, and it is time for reform. So I do talk about, how we can make changes, and at least encourage, like, if I was a restaurateur, like, all restaurants do not do the $2.19. Your upper echelon restaurants pay your waitresses and waiters really good, because they know they're going to get their money's worth. But the lower level and the mid-tier restaurants, it's all tipping, and it's a predatory practice, and that's what we're trying to get people to understand in those books. So if you're interested in those books, please educate yourself. Sorry, please, I'm racist. Like, please educate yourself, and you can get those on Amazon. Just type in the titles. Black People Don't Tip. I promise you're gonna find another book that has that same title, and I made it like that to be like really catchy. And then the other one, Tip the Damn Waitress, because honestly, it really is the right thing to do. It's not something that you're forced to do, but if you understood the history and how it was a predatory practice that they did, and how it was a predatory practice, you would be a little bit more understanding of why it is really so important to tip, or don't go to the restaurant if you're going to have somebody serve you and not tip, So, all right. So, next up,
Radio.
Radio. All right. So, we have some really good news concerning radio. Dun, dun, dun. So Deuce and I have been on a
Working
radio
hard.
run.
Been working hard.
We both have a passion for artists, and we want to help people in the way that comes natural to us. Both of us are really good with radio. We're really good with media behind the scenes and marketing and stuff like that. So what we are doing, yes. So we have a Radio is Relevant campaign that is coming in 2024, and we are working with 9 different radio stations. So if you need advertising, promotion for a product or service, on our first debut night on Freedom K Radio, which is one of the 9 radio stations that we are currently on, we got 1.3 million listeners. These people are gracious enough to give us 2-hour slots. We have a 2-hour show where we play slow trap, rap, low tempo and lo-fi music, but it's for the culture. Like, we're doing it for the culture. And the Radio is Relevant campaign is an educational campaign, because what we're trying to do is weed out the people who are serious about their craft versus the hobbyists. And so we are working with right now with the radio station in Chicago, and we will be consulting with many more stations to push this agenda, because the artists, if you all have noticed in the last 5 years, the artists are getting younger and younger. Like, we have like 6 and 7-year-old artists now. So what's really important while we're in this phase is that the parents or the guardians are educated and not letting their children getting swallowed up in the industry. So it's all about pushing education and making it free. so people know what they're up against before they get eaten alive by
And
the
also
industry.
educating the investors and people who back up these artists and people who are sponsoring these artists to promote their platform and their art. Like it's minimal ways to invest and capitalize in your art, particularly as an artist. You can do it independently. You can do it backed by sponsors or investors. You can do it just by donations. Like it's many of different ways that you can do this. And
Crowdfunding, yeah.
particularly like IG is a way, Facebook is a way, but the radio is still relevant. I did. It just moved to the internet, if you want to
Right.
put it like that. Most
Absolutely.
people don't listen to the radio in their own cars anymore, and that was a thing. Particularly like Netflix and Blockbuster, like it killed the game.
Hmm.
But we just here to let you know, like people are still prevalent in the radio industry, and people are now getting paid from radio spins, which hasn't always been a thing. So as well as an educating platform, we do educate the people and our artists on our particular platforms, which is numerous and plethora at this point in time. So we just want to capitalize on our opportunities and give back to the people who take time out to listen and support us.
That's right. And all of our stations do DRT reporting. So if you submit your music to us, which you can do so by emailing that email that you see on the ticker below the screen, you can email your music. And if it fits within our genre,
Lo-fi,
lo-fi, we will put it
right.
on. If not, we send it to the stations. We can send it to the stations and they can put it on their stations as well. And they do a DRT report. So if your music plays on our station, there will be a report. So make sure you have your music listed right. Because what I am hearing is that if you don't have your music listed with the DistroKid or whatever platform, right, if you don't have it listed right, and then there's a payment that goes out and it's your listing isn't quite right, the money that is paid out for your song goes into a pot. It sits in that pot for a couple of years, and there's a lot of people who make mistakes and don't do their music right and they don't get paid for it, but there is money dispersed for the music. And so what happens is it sits in this pot, and the people who are at like the top of the industry, they take that money and they just divide it up amongst themselves. It's like free money for them because you made a mistake on your paperwork and you didn't get paid for it, so somebody else got paid for it, and that's how that works.
Metadata.
So, yeah, metadata. Yes, absolutely. That's right. So let's see who we got on the chat. Theophilus Low, TJ, what is up, family? TJ has an advertisement with us going right now for his insurance company that will be rolling in. And so if anyone else,
I get to do the insurance voice.
Yeah.
I didn't mind doing the insurance voice at all. You like that? Yeah.
So if you guys have some advertising or anything you want to get out, please let us know. Let me go back to video. And
my auntie cousin, they on my live.
Next up we have some coming soons.
Critically acclaimed hip hop. If you love hip hop, if you're a hip hop head, if you've been listening to hip hop for decades now, if hip hop saved your life, this is something that you want to get into. Hip hop, particularly saved my life, brought me out of depression, baptized me, wrapped me and swallowed me. You know what I mean? And I just want to give back. Like I said, I'm personally going to tell my hip hop story as I remember. Like I said, I'm got a couple of decades on me, and hip hop is transition and evolve every year. So if that's something that you're interested in, hit my line and let me know. If you got a testimony, we can go ahead and do it because we're going to church about hip hop. That's right. Don't talk about my pastor. That's right.
And another coming working.
They muted.
I was talking to them.
Oh,
when I tell y'all we working. Daylight Height, I'm so excited about this project. I get to interview young people all around the world that are doing amazing things. So this will be a strictly video podcast. Of course, Late Night Hype is podcast, as you can see, but it's also in studio. We have the studio set up behind us, but we haven't done it. Yeah, we haven't done a live session just yet, but that is to come once we get some people here in the local Charlotte area, local Clover, South Carolina,
or
Columbia.
come from Atlanta, drive the 4 hours.
We'll host you and put you up and everything. Mm-hmm. So that's coming soon. And then of course we also offer Voiceover.
We do the voiceovers too. In our country, we do voiceovers all the time. That is how we make our money. We are not scammers. We do not trick you on the Instagram and hack your accounts. We do voiceovers daily.
Yes, he's better at the voices. I'm good with the regular things, but he's good with the imitations. But yes, we do
The voicemail,
voiceover.
she do the
I
voicemail
am the
ladies.
voice, but I'm not an
Not the
imitator.
voice, the voicemails.
Oh yeah,
The pound key lady.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those are things that we are into. So again, we talk about all of these things because we offer these opportunities for you. So if you know any children that are doing wonderful things, oh TJ, let me know when you're in the area for sure.
Time I go back.
What?
When the people be having a hard time with the automated system, that be you.
Yeah.
One.
What is-
Yes. How you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't understand your choices.
Checking.
So yeah, so we do that, and it's actually we have a school. We're going to revamp that school because I want now that we've partnered up. I want it to be male and female perspective with the voices. But we do a school right now. It's called LVAMU. I think we're going to probably rebrand in the next 6 months, Dynamic Voices University or Dynamic Voices Academy. So be looking for that. There is a fee for it, but if you take the course and you do and you apply what we tell you to apply, you'll be making money.
Make the money
You
right
will make the
back.
money. So it will be a worthy investment. Anyway, we have once again a wonderful guest who has been patiently waiting, and it's been a long time. Our guest Dwayne Hurt is somebody that supported me in the beginning when I had my vision for CEPTV. CEPTV didn't quite come to fruition, but it offered me a lot of opportunities. So now it's kind of swinging full circle under a different name. So what happened with CEPTV was in front of the independent streaming sites before COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, everybody had a streaming site. So it made it a little super competitive for where I was with the knowledge, but it also offered me a lot of opportunities, and I'm still in the game, just in a different facet. So it's still a beautiful story, even though CEPTV didn't work out quite like I wanted to. It's still a blog, and we'll probably turn it into a magazine at some point as well. So CEPTV is still around, and we still utilize the page, but it's not as active right now. But everything, everything is coming. But back to our guest that we'll be bringing on in just 1 second. We're going to play a preview, a trailer for his latest project because he has several, and we'll when he gets on, we'll talk about that in just a second. But stay tuned and check out this trailer from our
special guest.
Let me make sure I do this right this time. Is that one?
That one.
No. Is it that one? That one?
Oh. Click the trailer. Click the trailer.
Yeah.
My bad. I think I exited out of it. My bad.
All right, here we go. That right there.
Rodney had a thing for the ladies. Rodney had a special way of talking to the ladies.
I don't want to live over here with Jimmy. I don't want to be here no more, okay? So
meet Rodney Smalls. Rodney had a thing for the ladies. Rodney had a special way of talking to the ladies.
I don't want to be here no more, okay? So look, with that being said, can a brother come stay with you?
No.
Rodney was known He was living the life until he cheated on Lakeisha. And then she put a curse on Rodney.
Wake up, Rodney. Rodney. Wake up.
I can't see. What happened to the lights? Let me get my phone. I need some light. I need some light. Oh, man. What's wrong with this light? What's wrong with my phone? Why do I keep doing that? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. It's dark. It's dark. It's dark. What is that noise?
What if I told you that you can use motion array to improve your videos fast?
We are back, y'all. So without further ado, we're gonna bring our awesome, amazing guest on the screen.
Oh,
And
yeah.
welcome. Thank you for your patience, Dwayne.
Oh,
Hey.
hey, what's up with y'all, man? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. So
Hold on, wait, stop,
yeah,
stop. All jokes aside, Dwayne, we besties right now.
Yeah.
Next year we're gonna do a biopic. I'm gonna be Red Fox and you be Grady.
Okay. Okay. I'll take
You
it.
see it? Do you see it? I
I
see it.
I see the vision. I see the vision, my
Alright,
brother.
go
I'm
ahead,
good.
man. My bad. I had to
Yeah,
get it out of the way first.
you good.
yeah. So Dwayne has we linked up. I reached out to him in 2019. He had just put out his movie The Weekend,
Yeah, the
and
weekend.
that's how we got connected. He came on CEP TV in 2020. Was it 2020 when you came on CEP
COVIDness.
TV?
Yeah, it was like it was during COVID we was when we
Definitely.
did it.
Yeah. So walk us from your journey. Like, okay, so you had Sidonia, and that was before The Weekend, right?
Sidonia Avenue.
Yeah, that was before that. That was
Okay.
back on that was on Redbox. That was the joint that was on Redbox.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that movie, y'all. Mind you, I ain't like that movie. But
Go back.
but
Why?
it did its thing. It did its thing. It had some kick to it. It had some kick to it. But I
Did
think
you
I
get
had
some
to
kickback?
had some kickback. We did good
The
on
back
that.
ends. All right, okay, all right.
Financially,
That's all that matters.
that movie did well, but deep down inside, I was like, nah, we gotta do better than that one right there, man.
Okay,
And
so
that's
why do you say that?
huh? Oh, it froze up for a minute. I'm good. I'm good.
I said, why did you say that though?
It was because that movie was like generic. If it had like a generic, just a simple storyline, it didn't have enough oomph to it. You know what I'm saying? It had enough attitude. The acting was
That what made you get into
wasn't.
the suspenseful movies?
Yeah, yeah. It made me go more into detail, a lot more deeper. You know what I'm saying? Into the
Gotcha.
characters' depth. You know, that movie didn't have it, but The Weekend and Scared Crazy, they definitely, I definitely did that with those.
For sure, for sure. Like you could definitely see the progress. Talk talk to us, talk us through your evolution. Like, okay, you said that one was kind of plain, so
Yeah.
you took it back and you start doing more character development. Talk us through that whole process. And the thing about it is, I want to commend you, huh? Oh, I want to commend you because not a lot of people that do movies learn how to get them monetized the way you did. Like you're one of the only
Or
people.
particularly budgeting for the film. Like how did the concept come about? And then you get the backing and the support to develop the film and then
Oh yeah.
submit it and then like it hits the world. You know what I mean? Like how it's a process. Some people like everybody don't get to that point. They get to the script and then 5 years
Yeah.
later, you know what I mean? Like take us through the process.
Oh yeah, well, of course, I write it out first. Then
Mhm.
I gather some of my closest friends first, people that I'm really connected with, bring them together. I'm like, hey, we should do. I pitch the idea to them, and then we link up and we shoot. They pitch the idea to some of their other friends. That's how I get a lot more people involved, and sometimes they be connected with like people who do music and everything like that. That way, I don't have to. I don't have to get sued for for nothing that I don't have the permission for. I got all the
Right.
Right.
permissions. I give them all roles in the movie, even if it's something small. So that's already done and cool. And then always look for the independent distributors, people who are
Yeah.
doing, distributing low budget or independent film, and I just keep calling. I keep calling, keep checking, keep asking questions. I try to do my homework as much as possible, looking at YouTube videos, learning how to mesh the movies together and whatnot.
Mhm.
And it's a big learning curve because it's a lot you got to do, especially when you're one person, But I keep calling them, and if it sound right, the one thing I try to do is see if someone already had done previous business with those companies before I indulge in the, signing and whatnot. Just make sure everything is straight first. And
Mhm.
then we take it from there because I know people don't want to just put their stuff just on Tubi because Tubi the spot right now. No, it's the spot right now. But they've been having some some movies, man. They've been having some crazy movies. They've been having
Graphics.
some movies, man.
So I say like I like the way Boosie did it, right? Like you say you started out on Redbox with
Yeah,
Sardonia Avenue.
yeah,
Boosie had the monies. Boosie had the people. Boosie had the funds. He had the
yeah,
backing. He didn't have the platform. He couldn't get the connection with Tubi. They wouldn't let him in for whatever apparent reasons as far as IG Live. Anyway, so
yeah.
he he boosted his own website. So the only way that you can watch his movies is get
Yeah.
a membership, join his website, and then you can watch his movies anytime for viewing. Like it was damn near genius. People probably had done it before, but it's Boosie and he black and it's Boosie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I remember watching his movie on his
Mm-hmm.
website. I remember that.
Now, what
Yeah.
made you for this one? What made you do this one on Amazon first, um, and not just do the streaming?
With distribution.
Oh, on
Hard copy.
Blu-ray? On Blu-ray
Yeah.
first? Well, see, that was the company's idea. They pitched it to they do a lot of Blu-rays with majority of their movies. So it's like it was
Mm-hmm.
just an automatic thing. I just personally was like, just get me to the streaming because that's the thing right
Right.
now.
Right.
And I never
Does it
thought
work the
I'd
same as with music? Does it correlate with music as far as hard copies and streamings?
I don't know. They might do that. I don't think this company does it, but some other companies might, but they
And
definitely
we're saying as far as like if somebody buys a hard copy, do you get paid more for the purchase of the hard copy than you do the stream?
Because the streaming percentages are always less versus a hard
yeah,
copy.
Right.
yeah. No, yeah, you're right. You do. Because that's
Gotcha.
about that's like 24, probably 17, $24 per
Mm-hmm.
Blu-ray. And yeah, you get paid.
17.99.
Yeah. You depend on what site y'all go on,
Right.
they got
Yeah.
them
Amazon.
sites.
Amazon. Yeah.
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 Yeah, you get paid more for the hard copy.
So do people ever come to you for consulting? Like, man, how do you do it? Like,
Yeah, all the time. Like a lot of my friends, they're now getting into making their own films. So they're asking me a whole bunch of. I get a lot of questions, like about distribution and film equipment and editing software and everything, and just how I
Cameras.
put it. Yeah,
What kind of
cameras.
cameras? Yeah.
Yep, the lights. And
Now, what did you use for this one?
I used Sony A6000. It's
Okay.
old. It's old now. It's old now, but yeah.
That's what we got. A5.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 85?
So,
I got the newer.
so ours is older than yours. Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna get a new one though. My microphone don't work no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, external. Well, you know how it is with sound. You got to have a backup sound anyway.
Yeah.
So,
you gotta have a little clip-ons. You gotta get those mics that clip on to
the lavaliers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, from conception, right? Like you came up with the concept for this particular movie because of your previous experiences. You wanted to do the suspense and get the in-depth storyline for the characters. Like how much, as far as storyboarding, and you know what I mean? Like how did you go about, particularly like I said, with the camera angles that you had,
Right.
TV, the background, the seats, the mirror, you know what I'm saying? All the shots that you can, was it freehand, free will? Did you come up with it on set to just get a better angle, or was it all part of the plan?
I'm be honest, none of that was a part of my original idea. I came up with it on the spot because I stayed up for like hours and hours trying to get, like you said, a better angle of shooting that scene. And I was like, how do I shoot this? You know, and I'm by myself shooting it. So this during COVID, so I'm by myself shooting it. Everybody's in their own house shooting their scene while I, edit them out of their environment and put them in other places where they ain't.
Okay, so question, did you come up with it before COVID and then had to readjust?
Yeah, because originally it was supposed to be like an on spot idea. Like I had a couple locations down and everything that we supposed to shoot at, but COVID came. The location I was going to film at opened up and then shut down again. So I said, nah, I'm gonna just try to I gotta figure this out because it's a funny idea that can go in a very horror movie type of way, So I freestyle probably 90% of this movie, with the horror scenes, especially because the horror scenes and the comedy, because I was just by myself playing around with the camera. That's why you got the found footage, handheld moments in there as well. So I'm just trying to find
the light. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
And you also sent me a sample of your DJing. I think I knew that you DJ, but it just wasn't like the thing that was on the top of my mind. How long have you been doing that?
Since like 2009. 2009, yeah.
So, like you said, you do all this research and you was on YouTube and you see these people making full films from their iPhone 12s, 13, 14s. They're doing the independent film shots and doing the dramatics and the documentaries. Like how much time, like you talking about like man hours, did you take to do the research to develop these particular shots that you created? Because it's COVID, we had nothing else better to do. Right?
Yeah, we didn't have nothing else better to do. I sat down, watched a lot of YouTube tutorials. Like, okay, that's a good way to do that. And it took some days. It took some weeks. I ain't gonna lie. It took a couple weeks and a lot of errors. Trust me, a lot of errors went in.
Trial and error, right?
Trial
and exactly, particularly how long was the process? Like how long was, as far as filming and editing and getting the complete product in hand?
Yeah, from idea to distribution.
Probably about 2 years. I say about 2 years, because it'll take me about 2 months, 2 to 3 months to get somebody's eye right, because I'm CGI in the eye. But see, they kind of you got to do that. Like
you talking about with the Deadpool joint, the Deadpool eyes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It take a long time to get it right, unless you want some like Sharknado looking CGI. You want.
So what you doing, like 30 seconds per frame?
But yeah.
So that was not context. That was motion tracking.
Yeah, it was motion tracking. with the with After Effects.
Got it.
Well, you fly.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
So describe that feeling once again. I don't know if you have a hard copy, but to like it's like I said, we have books in hand, so to have that feeling
Oh yeah,
to
I
have
got mine. I was wondering. I seen y'all grab y'all book, and I'm trying to get that Black People Don't Tip book too. I was looking, I was listening, like,
hey,
oh,
we
snap.
got you.
All right, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
that.
It's free with shipping and handling.
Okay, okay. Long as y'all get y'all's, man.
That's
y'all.
right.
But yeah, man.
Yes.
But again, how did it feel?
Oh, for a while.
And this like you said, it's not the first go round. This is your third film, correct?
Yeah, third film. Yeah, it felt. This one felt better because the company was more behind it. Like they did a lot of press for this one. I'm not used to getting that. So they like there's a lot of horror movie websites that this movie was promoted on. There's a lot that this
Was
went
it
on. So,
Plumhouse?
no, it's
But
like you go to
you work
horror.
with Bayview.
Yeah, Bayview Entertainment. They do a lot because they did that movie. They had a big horror movie recently. Before I came to them called Skip Karnak or something
I
like
saw it
that.
on the related movies.
Yeah,
Are they specifically horror?
they no, but majority of their movies is like horror, suspense, thriller. They got some other ones though, but I'm surprised they have any some other ones. But yeah, they got some stuff.
The question is like, how does it feel? Like I'm all about like being able to pay a bill with not having to work a 9 to 5, but doing something you love, and you like, oh, I just paid off my car with a movie that or a book or a movie that I wrote. Like, how
Oh
does
yeah.
that feel?
Oh no, it feel right now. It feel good so far with this one and the
You
last
know
one.
how I know it feel good? Because I was looking at the pregame. He was on the couch, and this motherfucker went down to the mothership. I don't know what that is in the background. I don't like. He got on the elevator, and it just went down, and there's just lights.
Yeah, look, I tried because it was like it was weird at first, but yeah,
Alright.
it feel good. It
Motherfucker
was
beat
hard.
me up, Scotty. Goddamn. Where did you go?
At first, I didn't know how to. I didn't know I had to get on the. Hope this motion on this laptop is good because this is the it's just a pick me up right here for the moment.
You good, man?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So what's next for you? Like, are you going to continue to do? First, this is what I wanted to say before I wanted to say it to you. No, because I hadn't brought him on yet. So I was researching like before AI. I know AI is getting ready to change things, but before AI, only 13% of people will publish a book. And I know it's probably an even less percentage of people who will actually make a movie. So you are like in a high percentile of people who have accomplished this. And I just want you to be aware of made money and actually was able to, reap the benefits of it, because there's a lot of people who do it, but they never get paid from because they don't know the distribution side. They don't even like put in the research for that. They just happy to get a product out there for the experience, but they don't get paid from it. So that is a very rare feat and a great accomplishment.
So to piggyback off of that, I don't know if you're educated on it, but I gotta ask, like when people do it at film festivals versus, just straight distribution or straight to Netflix or straight to DVD, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the benefit of doing it at a film festival and people getting that acclaimed success from other people's reviews and critics and stuff?
You know what? I haven't done one yet, but I'm doing it with my next movie. I'm getting into a film festival with my next movie.
Couldn't you go back and submit these if you wanted to?
I'm not sure, but I will ask. I'm gonna try because I would definitely want a big like theater audience to go experience this movie right here.
So you didn't do premieres of the other movies? With the backing from the company?
Yeah, I didn't know premieres from them at all. Not yet.
It's cool. You ain't have to buy no suit. It's fine.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's fine. As long as you got the check in the mail and that motherfucker keep coming, it's cool. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all it meant.
So as well with the movie concept, because you can keep breaking down, you keep putting thought into it. Like you got movies and you got series.
Right.
What made you make the decision like it's a full picture versus keep going?
Well, as of now, I think the best way for a person like myself that's like independent, that
Hmm.
don't really have the connections, like some
Hmm.
industry people do at this point. The best way to get out there is to continue to make these movies like this for right now. And then once I'm, a little bit more known, and a lot more audiences come and see what I do, I can break down some of these stories and maybe have some spinoffs and turn them,
Hmm.
transition them into little episodes or a show. I plan on doing that with the next movie though. I might break that down
You
into.
see how the web series is breaking out? Have you noticed?
Yeah. I've been paying
Everybody
attention.
got a web series. And it's usually be about drugs. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
happy. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know what's going
Man.
on. I don't know what's going on. Maybe since Ghost died. I don't know what's
I
going
don't
on.
know, man. I don't believe he did though, but I'm
I
just
don't.
saying.
He failed. I didn't see him. I didn't see
Yeah, I
it.
didn't see him. We ain't see him in that
He
coffin.
never watched it.
But if they make them fall and you don't know what happened, then
I'm
that's yeah.
invested.
We
I'm
never seen his
invested.
body. We never seen
We
that
seen
body.
50 Cent body. We seen him on the slab. We
Yeah,
did not see Ghost.
we ain't see
We didn't see
ghosts,
no
man.
memorial, no picture, no ashes, no nothing. They just went to next episode.
Yep.
Bullshit.
When they pay Omari his money, he'll be back.
Right.
He'll be back.
Ain't nobody got no money. My boy didn't finish college. Ain't nothing happened. Everybody stole no money. That's crazy. Anyway, Dwayne Hurt. I got a question though. So if you had to put we're not gonna dig in the pockets. If you had to put a nice round number on it, this film,
Right.
what would you say?
Oh, how much is made so far?
No. How much did it take?
Yeah.
Oh, how much did it take? It took me about I say probably like a good, probably like a good 800 to do
$800 or
Great.
800,000? What you
$800.
He did everything himself. He edited himself. He
Yeah, I
shot it
played.
himself. He had his
but you
own equipment.
and on the credits it's only 3 actors. You, Lakeisha, and one other person.
Hey, yeah, it wasn't that many of us in the movie either, so it was like
Because everybody was sick. Goddamn.
everybody was yeah. COVID saved a lot of money.
Right. Versus it could have been a whole thing, right? You know what I'm saying? See,
Yeah.
God didn't want you to do no big movie.
God didn't
wants you
want
to
me
do
to
the
spend all that
independentness.
money, man. He wanted me to
The
save
independentness because the COVIDness. All right.
Yeah. You see, I got these new lights, right? I just bought these.
Hey, bro, that's a lot of lights.
Yeah.
I like the lights.
Had to have them lights, man.
Love it. Love it.
He's silly. I like it. Look, my boy, we got some ideas for a short film, horror suspense. If you just want, you know what I'm saying? It's fire. Every time I tell somebody, they be like, "Oh, that's fire." I know it. I know
Right.
it.
Ain't had to pay for no
Got a lot of-
location fees or nothing. Everybody was at home.
Right.
We can do it right here in the house. We got it on the west wing of the house. We can do it.
Right. I played like 4 characters. I saved time, money, people. It worked.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Look, we're gonna talk to you offline because you already been doing it.
Right. They was with it.
Now, okay, let me ask you this. So in the like people's level of success it measures different. What would you say, like when you say like to yourself like, okay, I'm satisfied with this I made, or are you like trying to be like a billionaire in the industry or millionaire, or is it a certain level that you just want to achieve and be like,
keep doing it. If you did 1, 2, 3, it ain't no, and you didn't strike out.
Right.
You gotta keep going.
You gotta keep going.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, what is success? Like, is it when your movie can make it so where you can constantly vacation, or when you own a whole bunch of stuff, or when you could just kick back and not have to worry about where your money is coming from, or a combination of the three, or
It's
whatever.
actually I think it's a combination of all three of those things. Especially when you ain't got to worry about where your money's coming from. You ain't got to worry too much. Because you could do so much, especially like investing in like other companies. You can invest in more of your movies too, like put more money into it. And
Marketing.
yeah, marketing definitely. That's the biggest thing about all this is the marketing, man. So many people don't do that. You know what I mean?
So you didn't have to pay your company anything. They just got a percentage of your royalties.
Yeah, they get a percent. They get like 20% of what you make
Oh,
off
that's not
of.
bad.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
yeah.
Did you get the Jewish people involved with contractuals?
I didn't get. I
Lawyer.
don't know. They might have been involved. I didn't get them involved.
The lawyer. Did you have a lawyer, like a
Oh
business
yeah, no,
lawyer?
yes, no,
Entertainment.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm
I,
You
guessing.
did?
huh?
You did have a lawyer?
Yeah, I had for all three films. I had a lawyer.
And so, and you only
Read all
and
this
so for all of that with the lawyer, because I know entertainment lawyers, and like in order for them to even look at a contract is $700.
paid up front.
So like
I had anyway, I didn't pay that
uh-huh.
much, but I had
Gotcha.
my friend, she used to go to school with me, and she was in one of my films, so I put in a
Awesome.
movie.
I love, and that's how it's supposed to work.
And
Awesome.
her brother gave me free music, so I put music in the movie, so it just kind of all trying to do
Well,
something.
score.
Right.
Oh my God.
That's brilliant.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
brilliant. I love that quid pro quo, and it's like a community thing. So
yeah,
that got them both some exposure in
yeah.
exchange for.
Another question. Did you go to school for any of this?
No, not at all.
You weren't like a mass comm major. You didn't go to like
I,
AIT, none of that.
Nah, I wanted to, but I took one prerequisite class and I was done with college. I was like, yeah, this is this ain't. I
He
can't do
said,
this.
"This ain't for me."
This ain't for me.
Yeah.
I'm done with
Same
it.
with me.
I'm
Look,
done.
I went to school and I got my degree in allied health, and I was
Oh,
like, "This ain't it. This ain't it."
I want to be Frank Lucas. I'm not going to spend 8 hours doing this. This is a waste of time.
It was too. I just couldn't do it no more. We was writing essays every day. I was like, I ain't even
Yeah.
come here for that. Come on, man.
Read and make me sleepy.
Yeah, I can't look at the book that long.
Not even long.
Let's get to the acting and stuff like that. I want to edit
Right.
some stuff. Get to that part.
Mhm.
So now I just learned it I just played around with it until I learned most of it on my own. And then YouTube started getting, to the point where they started making, people started making tutorials with the
Classes and
software.
courses, yeah.
So
They got heavy.
I watched all of those things. That's how I was able to edit like multiple versions of myself and the eyes and all the other things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So, and tell us about the movie that, or as much as you can, about your future projects.
Yeah. Okay. So we working on the cartoon. Me and my boy Mitch Savage, we working on the cartoon. That
He worked on your last film, right? He worked on this one. Scared Crazy.
Yeah. He played his himself in that movie. Mitch, he the dude at the beginning of the Dreads. He's creating a cartoon. We just coming out with multiple things we doing. That might turn into a show. We're doing a
web series.
Well, you got some voices right here, so that's what we do.
You saw the preview. I know you seen it. I saw you watching.
Yeah, I seen y'all, man. I got y'all. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna send y'all something soon because I'm always throwing people into things. So, hey, I got y'all. Then I got this Depression. It's a movie called Depression. It's a short film called Depression. It's about mental illness. It's about a group of friends that come together over video chat and they experience a very horrific event online. That's all it's gonna get wild.
Hey, okay.
Bro, did you see the movie about the chick with the hand, the thing?
Talk to me.
Oh, I ain't see that yet. I wanted to see that. That looked
Yeah,
crazy.
you got to see it.
That looked crazy.
It's pretty okay.
It's pretty okay. I heard it was
Yeah.
pretty good, but you know,
And she black.
and
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
her
it
eyes.
was definitely different. I was just, it wasn't that I was disappointed in the movie at all. It's just that her character was a little
Oh,
off.
wow.
12.
Okay.
See, that's telling the movie.
No,
That's the end.
no.
That's the end. You told the whole movie. That's the whole movie.
I gotta
Something
see
wrong with
that.
it.
I've
Something
been
wrong with it.
I
That's,
got
Something wrong with the girl. That's all I'm saying.
was something wrong with Lakeisha? Was she from New Orleans? Did we get into the backstory? Did she do the hoodoo? How she put the spell? Let's get some context of the movie. Scared Crazy. Let's give them the whole full synopsis.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's about a womanizer named Rodney Smalls who ends up cheating on the wrong woman, and she ends up putting a curse on him, and he ends up spending this ends up being the most terrifying night of his life. I mean, it goes down, folks. It goes down to the nitty gritty. That's basically what it's about.
Was it her
He
grandma to all this?
get the character's backstory. Like,
Grandma to all these spells? Who did this? She had locks of your mane. How did this? I never seen this entirety.
I don't want to spoil it for you. It's
okay.
Yeah.
I got it. It's cool. Go ahead.
It gives you something.
Because I'm saying, like, the concept of people like women from New Orleans, or the spaghetti joint,
Right.
or like the voodoo dolls, and some women you just don't play with. Are you a Capricorn? I think not. Like, some women you just don't play around with. You know what I mean?
I know.
And
yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, and in about, let's see, 1 hour and 3 minutes, somebody got a birthday.
Oh, yeah. Scorpio
season. Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah. So happy early birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank y'all, man. It's such a this is a birthday present right here. I was ready for this today. I was like, I'm gonna get it all right down here for a minute.
Well, we had to run it back. It's been It's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Since we first did our first show. I actually still have that on the old CEP TV archive. So we'll run a lot of these back.
I was watching that on I think I was watching on Facebook one time. I was watching that old interview.
Yeah. Well,
we have a brand new soundstage here in Charlotte. If you're ever in the area,
if you're ever down here, please let us know. We'll host you and everything. We'll do a live in session.
South Carolina, right? I got family down there. I got a lot of people I know down south and on North Carolina too. So I actually thought about moving somewhere in that area.
You need to get out of Baltimore. Is it Boston or Baltimore?
Baltimore.
You need to get out of there. You need to be where the resources are. You need to either get closer to Atlanta or you need to come.
Say two.
Say
two.
What?
Two. Yeah, y'all. Two.
Two.
Y'all say
Baltimore, man.
His accent is really not that strong. It's not that bad.
It ain't bad. Maybe a few words.
I've seen a Baltimore dude and a DC dude get arguing, crazy shit.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, you're right. Atlanta, LA.
Oh, there we go.
You back.
There you go.
That's
I don't know what.
Hey, look, I thought Lakeisha was real for a minute. Turned my joint on.
But it freaked out.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Yeah, what's all that? Atlanta and LA. Those are places I'm actually thinking about too, you know what I'm saying? Because those are the places where things are really popping off at.
Yes.
So that's really not bad areas to go to, you know.
Yeah, and Charlotte is developing, like there's apartments springing up everywhere now. It is a lot of, unfortunately, it's gentrification going on, but
Right.
that's the name of the game.
It's worldwide.
Yeah.
So we talking about different demographics, like we talk about Dame Dash, talking about Gary, Indiana.
Mhm.
So particularly Dame Dash is one of my biggest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it came down to your filming style, like you did a lot of research on it. So just to say, what were some of your biggest influences as far as maybe directors, writers, um, just period? Well, like what's some of your biggest
Inspiration.
inspiration?
Kanan Ivory Wayans, because he directed some of the funniest movies that his brothers did. And he don't ever get enough credit. People don't put him in that lineup of like some of the
Man,
More Robert
I do.
Townsend. Him more
Yeah,
Robert
I
Townsend.
do.
Mm.
I'm an 80s baby, so my childhood involves Showtime at the Apollo, Living Single, and Living
yeah.
Color.
Oh, dang.
And I'm talking about not just Saturday Night Live, but Mad TV.
Mad TV. Ah, man, he bring it back with those shows. I used to watch that all the time. Oh yeah, Kanan Ivory Wayans.
In
Spike.
particular, with this type of film, speaking on Mad TV, like Key and Peele, like
Mhm.
Jordan Peele,
Jordan
the
Peele. Hey,
suspense.
look, he in there too.
Come on now.
He in it.
All right.
Get Out was a beast.
Classic.
Yeah.
So
I think
Not
he
no
changed the
cult
game with
classic.
that.
Yeah,
He
it's a
changed the
real
game with that.
classic. Because I don't know how they try to label it with the cult classic. That's a classic, bro.
Yeah.
Classic. They
Black
try to
people
say
was involved.
that's a comedy, but that ain't no. I mean, it got funny stuff in, but that ain't no. That's a horror movie.
Right.
You got Us, you got Them, you got
Us
on the
or
CBS joint. What was it, old school with the different realm? What do you call it? Damn, he hosted it for a second.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Black man, come on.
But he be that's how his movies be feeling, like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
He feeling just like that. Keenan, Jordan, Spike, Quentin Tarantino,
Yeah.
Tyler Perry, Michael Bay. He be having the craziest action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do a little something. I tried to do something like that one time. I fell off the car. And that was it. I fell off my friend's Lincoln Navigator. We tried to do. Y'all remember Bad Boys 2 when they was doing
You know that, bro.
Yeah,
Cost money.
We didn't have that type of stuff going on at that time.
All right. Listen, look, we friends now. We besties. Look, they don't call me Deuce for nothing. I'm a stunt double. If you need anything, let me know.
Okay, I got you.
He didn't even know. He didn't know. It's fine.
Oh, for sure. I got you, brother. No problem. I'm gonna keep you in mind.
The Teen Wolf. You know how my boy was standing on top of the caravan. What was the joint with the shag carpets and shit? I did that for a living.
Wow, for real?
Yeah, he had a wild college life, so he ain't lying.
Word.
And me and you, we didn't really get that college experience, so we kind of cut from a different cloth as far as that.
Yeah, we definitely didn't. Definitely. But yeah, man, I think
on us things.
Oh shoot! And Tyler,
I was a big time club promoter in college, and so we had to. If you didn't film it, it wasn't real. But I wish we had saved like the way that shit go viral now, or the way the internet is made now. We had been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wish we had invested more time and effort into it, and it probably would have been something big. That's one of my biggest regrets.
Yeah, man, that's true. It's been some crazy stuff.
Yeah, and of course, because a lot of the younger generation, they think like the stuff that they do is new. That's why I don't even really get upset at Sexy Red and all of them, because they wasn't the only ones twerking at the red lights. We just didn't have it on film.
Right.
We just didn't
Right.
film it. Like we wasn't about to put it out there to get in trouble because we would get in trouble. These kids they don't get in trouble for it. But yeah, we did all that crazy
Hunching for
stuff.
12 summers straight. Ain't nothing new up under the sun.
Right.
Nah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, they had that Freaknik joint back in the day. You know,
I never went to any of those though, but yeah, sure
Went
did.
there. I went to one.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Oh,
That was
I was with my dad.
me.
There was a lot of reefer involved. I was there.
Oh yeah. You probably on right. They probably got you on footage. You know they coming out with that.
We probably do.
I had a ponytail.
Oh,
Had a little shag joint in the back, like Prince Hakeem.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Snap.
Many moons ago.
Right. Meaty.
But this has been awesome. I really do thank you so much for visiting with us. What you got planned for the weekend for your birthday?
You know what? I don't even know yet. I plan to just party. I got a lot of different events. You know, probably a surprise party here and there. I just came from a party at the Halloween party like a couple days ago. So, you know, I don't know. That was crazy.
Bet you won't come to Charlotte and shoot a short film.
Hey, I might. I like I said, I got some people in there. I got some friends and everything. Hey, we might have to make that happen, man.
Yeah.
You don't need no Airbnb. We got it.
Yep. We already got a location. So
Okay,
just
well,
let us know if you're ever in the area for sure.
But it's really dope shit. I'm gonna shoot it to you and see how you like it. See if it like give you a little spin. If it enlighten you, trust me, you'll love it.
Word, I'm with that. Shoot, as long as I eat all I need is eat some food and give me something to drink, and I'm good. I ain't tripping.
That's right.
That sounds great. So yeah, let's get something in the works in the near future. But until then, I definitely thank you so much once again for coming on. I know it was like kind of like a last minute notice, but I'm like, I gotta reach out to my boy because I ain't heard from him in a long time. But of course, you know, I'll be seeing you, you know, with your posts and stuff. So
hey, it's
get back in touch.
It's an honor to be on here. No, thank y'all, man, for real. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything? Actually, let's get an outro from you. Let everybody know how they can get in touch with you, and if you do offering consultation service, or people have questions about film and how you did it, because he's actually monetized all of his films,
I got
and that's a
million more questions,
and that's very rare. So how can people get in touch with you?
Hit me up on Instagram at Dwayne Hurt _ I had to change it. They kept having me.
I saw that.
Yeah, they got me.
I saw that.
They tried to silence me on there, but I fixed that.
Why? Your posts weren't
be making suspenseful movies,
but your posts weren't even like controversial or anything.
I know, but it was like I was going live a lot, and me and my friends, we were talking about a lot of different issues going on.
Conspiracy theories,
about
politics.
Yeah,
you mentioned Trump
in the vid, in the jab, and a lot of things. We was joking though. We didn't stay on that long.
Did you see the drones though? Did you see all the drones this summer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see them,
bro.
I see them. It's out there. And the aliens, we talking about that too.
Just out of motherfucker. Okay.
Out of nowhere.
They talking about aliens in the Senate. Ain't nobody saying nothing.
Right. Out of nowhere. They just dropping aliens.
Krishan dropped the baby. It's all on the internet. But you talking about aliens and fucking all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This world, we don't know what's next. What's next?
Right.
Anyway, that's the one way to that's one way.
Biggest shit happened this summer. Undertaker retired, came back the week later.
Man, I just seen that a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, how many times this dude gonna? First of all, how many times that brother gonna retire?
He
keep rising. Oh,
it's a clone.
They said the same thing about China. This is not the first China. The China that died is not the same China that was in DX. That was a man. That was Kurt Angle with a wig on. You never seen Kurt Angle and China in the same room.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, my TikTok at Dwayne Hurt on TikTok, and type in Dwayne Hurt on Facebook. And if
Okay,
you got
all
any,
Dwayne Hurt.
yep, all of them Dwayne Hurt.
You be doing the dance videos on TikTok, bro?
No, I just be posting crazy cooking stuff and comments. I don't, everybody be doing the dances and all that. I'd be like,
Not me. I
oh, I'm
can't
not
do it.
trying to do it like that. No. But yeah, if y'all got any,
How old did you turn for all the
He was
Scorpios?
born in 1990. He's the same age as my brother, 33.
33.
Yeah.
So you ain't did no prison time. You look good, bro.
No prison time.
Right.
No child support, y'all. None of that.
Stress the fuck. All right.
No, he said you don't have no children.
Oh, no kids.
Yeah.
Nothing. My boy free. Independent filmmaker. All right.
I mean that to the bone.
My boy got lights and everything.
You see all this fun up in here? Look. I got a little machine in the back.
Hey, you live.
Down.
People, how many people done experienced this light show up in here?
A couple people online. They just can't get enough of it. Some people, they got influence to go buy some lights themselves. These is the eBay specials, y'all.
I know that's right.
My boy got an OnlyFans. That's what's going on. You see, he a filmmaker. All right. Let me show you my works. Come downstairs.
Hey, that's when you got to turn.
Right.
That's when you got to turn it on the red stuff, and that's that.
Right.
You got to get sexy for them people. I don't know nothing about that.
He be selling non-binary foot pics and shit.
People got the foot fetishes, man. You can't help it.
It's all good. We don't do no judgment here.
I got
whatever you like, anything.
But we ain't gonna hold you no longer. We definitely thank you so much. Let's link up later in the year or early in the year. It don't matter to us. We always got ideas. We're actually working on some more books and more scripts, so we can make some magic happen. So again, thank you so much for being steadfast and
I need a Blu-ray, personally,
and just put out the content.
I want my face on it. Just I got the same beard. Everything.
He wants to put out his too. So yeah, let's work.
We gotta make that happen. Gotta make that happen.
Absolutely.
All right, man. It was fun, man.
All right, you have a good night and thank you again.
God bless y'all. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure you pick up your copy or stream it. You can go to Amazon. That was our guest, Dwayne Hurt, filmmaker. Again, not a lot of people get to this point with their films where they get it streamed. He's made movie off of all three of his features. So that's definitely someone that would be a great contact for you. And there's a reason why we interview him, because his name may not be that big, but he's strategic and he knows what he's doing. It's not a lot of people that can eat off of their movies. You don't have to be a Tyler Perry or anything like that. You just got to be smart and know what you're doing. He did his homework. He did his due diligence. And now he can actually eat. Again, he makes money off of it and still gets royalties to this day off his movies and his streams. So it don't get no better than that. Also,
writing scripts isn't your thing.
Yes, make sure you get your copy. Very educational books. Again, it's a two-part of a three-part series. Tip the Damn Waitress is the beginning because it basically uncovers the pink collar industry and the nefarious practices that were implemented when the restaurant industry was redesigned after slavery was abolished. Mm-hmm. And then Black People Don't Tip.
Who wrote these books?
It's written by LaShawn the Voicestress and Deuce Terry. So this one we're gonna get an updated cover for this one, but make sure y'all see that this definitely is a co-written project. Shauna Smith and Deuce Terry. So make sure y'all pick up a copy. Amazon.com. Just type in Black People Don't
Support
Tip.
our Black business.
The business, support the movement. You know, we are doing this again. It's not just for us, it's for the whole local culture.
This is art.
This is art. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I hope tonight's episode has been educational as it was for me. I'm definitely going to be consulting Dwayne, and once we start getting our film works out there, we're going to be find out how to do it. I'm going to try to talk him into being a paid consultant, because I think that is just a great move.
Good money.
Yeah, good money for that, because knowledge is power, and the game is to be sold and not to be told. So again, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Make sure y'all continue to follow us, Deuce Latrice Media, LaShawn the Voicestress on IG. We also have a new Facebook page, After Dark, with the Voicestress and Deuce Terry. So make sure you follow all of those platforms.
Check out the radio. We need them. We need them impressions. We
need
them listens.
Let's name off the all the stations that we're on. We are on Hood Auto Radio, which is out of Mississippi.
You can go to Live 365 to check out In the Mix Radio, based in Atlanta.
In the Mix Radio is in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. As of yesterday, we just got with Street Madness.
Mm-hmm. What's the one for the ladies? Was
Independent Chicks.
Fancy, right?
No, that's not with Fancy.
It's not? What's the name of that?
We're not with Fancy just yet.
Oh.
Yeah, not yet. Hers is coming. Hers is coming soon. And then we are with
Live 100 WURM.
Live 100 WURM. That's out of Indiana. We're with We're Just Rap and Superstation UK. Mm-hmm. That's 7 right there. And they are out of Chicago. We're with Freedom K. That's out of Spartanburg, North Carolina. And I'm missing one.
Yeah, another one based in Atlanta.
That's Street Madness. Oh, okay. Quality Street Music.
That's it.
And that's number 9. So 9 platforms. So if you are an artist, once again, and you want to get your
3 more, I just want to say a dozen.
Yeah,
not several. Because 9 is damn near several, but if we say a dozen, capped off.
Yeah.
We'll need no more.
All right. Dozen. For a while. Until we get our own.
Syndicated. Yeah. We have several syndicated.
We are working on getting on an FM, and we'll probably will be before next year. I'm going to make that an endeavor. We'll be on iHeartRadio.
No cussing.
Oh, for real?
No cussing.
Oh, dang, we might not be able to do that. I don't know. But y'all have a good night, and make sure you check us out next Thursday. We will be announcing our next guest. Peace out. Let's do an outro. Cue it up. Yes.